Hey everybody, my name is C and I'm the owner of CLM Custom Designs on Etsy as well as YouTube, and my channel is All Things Crafting. So if you've been here before, welcome back, and if you're new, welcome. Come on in and take a seat and let's get ready to learn something. And yes, let's get this out of the way. I am letting my gray grow in, for better or worse. We're gonna see what happens. But anyway, I am today going to try to sublimate on these cups. They are a different type of sublimation cups that a client purchased from JP Plastic. I'm not really sure about it, so if you're interested in seeing how this works out, stick around. Let's jump into the intro. Okay, normally when I supplement on cups, they feel like ceramic, but this one is like a heavy plastic. Customer wanted some cups for a party that she was doing. I told her to get sublimation cups. I told her some of the places that I order from, and this is what she came back with. Now, I had never worked with this before, but I did read it and it said sublimation, so we are going to see how it works out. In actuality, I did try some samples on it because I wasn't even really sure that it was sublimation. So I did try some samples on it. So I did this one, which told me yes, it was sublimation, but as you can see, paper got stuck a little bit here and it melted. On this side, I tried a little less pressure, and so the writing did not come in that well, and it still burnt. Now, when I was doing this, I was using my Cricut, and as you can see, it really doesn't, even when I close it, you know, I don't know what it is. Maybe that's too hot, because you can't really adjust the heat on the Cricut, nor can you adjust the pressure on the Cricut. So I was thinking that I tried one of two things. One, I got the silicone wrap. You might have seen this in another video from a haul that I got. I got these silicone wraps. So I was going to try to wrap it in the silicone before I put it in the Cricut to see if that would prevent it from burning. Now, if that doesn't work, then I was going to go to my other mug press that I got from Heat Transfer Vinyl Warehouse, because I can set the pressure and the temperature on that one. So we'll try this first and see if it works. And when you are testing products, I would recommend you test, you know, you can use it for 2 test prints, so you're not ruining a whole bunch of blanks. So that's why I just got a design that was on, that I could do on each side, so I wasn't ruining too many blanks. Okay, so, you know, this is one of the prints that I printed out a long time ago. I always hold on to them. So I'm gonna try this first and see if in fact the silicone mat thing is gonna work. So basically just taping it down as I would normally do on the mug. And then if neither one of these work, I mean, I could always use them for vinyl, applying vinyl on a cup, or I can use a DTF sticker, or I guess I could call the company and find out how in fact this really works. So it's my first time using this. I don't even know if it's gonna work, but let's see if it's going to work. I guess I need to Let me lower you down so you can see. Okay, so I'm literally just wrapping this around to where it meets on the handle, and I'm literally just dropping this down inside the Cricut bud. Trying to see if it works. We'll see. You know, with the Cricut, and you know when it's finished when all 5 of the lights are lit up across. So let's see whether or not this works. We are going to find out in just a second. I'm wondering if I should open it when it like maybe is at 3 or 4. Not really sure. Now let me say, I love JP Plastics. I use their blanks all the time. So I'm assuming it's just a matter of finding the right time and temps for this to work. But then like anything else, I didn't order it, so I didn't read the reviews to see whether or not people found it successful or not. So whenever you're buying products, no matter who you're buying it from, you should definitely look at the reviews to see what people thought about it, people who've already used the product. Like I said, the sublimation comes out really well. I mean, it's a nice transfer. It's just the fact that it melted on the corner. And I guess because it didn't melt all the way around, that was a positive thing. So yeah, I think it's just a matter of finding the right pressure perhaps. So hopefully this silicone mat is going to make a difference, because I think this will be a inexpensive alternative to ordering just the regular ceramic sublimation cups. So this is a regular cup from JP Plastic. First of all, I think you notice right away, this is shiny, this is dull, and this, you can hear, sounds like ceramic, and this, plastic. This is lighter, this is heavier. We are almost there. We have like 3.5 lights lit up, so we're almost there. And as far as the Cricut mug press, I'm sure that you've seen my unboxing and my honest review of it. I do love it because it is a, you know, it's kind of a no-brainer. You don't have to set the temperature. You don't have to set the pressure. It's basically can just stick it in there and it just does its own thing. So for that reason, it's great. And there are some cups that don't fit in there. There might be a gap because they're too thin, and then that's why I bought these silicone mats, because it will take up space as well as serve as a protectant on the cup. So hopefully this has worked. These just came as a 3 in the pack, and they came in different thicknesses. So it's like thin, the one I used was medium, thin, medium, thin. I should say thin, thicker, and thickest. But it's kind of like a small, medium, and a large type deal, because this is the thin one, thinnest one. Then I have the next one in there, and then this is the thickest, as you can see. So just depending on how much space you need to fill up will determine which one you use. Oh, there it is. Let's see. Pop it open, and this was a tight fit. I might have should have used a small one, but we're gonna take it out. And guess what, guys? I think it actually worked. Let's take the tape off. All right, I think that was the answer to the problem, because It did not melt on any sides. The sublimation came out great. The print is like this because it was too big for the cup, so I kind of trimmed it up. So that's why you see the outline, but it did not melt. So remember, this was my first tester. Sublimation came out good, but it melted a bit on this side. My second one, I let the pressure down and it still melted. And now this is my third, what they say, 3 times the charm. And it worked out good because the sublimation print is on there. And there's no burn marks. And let me go back and correct myself. The first time I did it, I used a Cricut with just butcher paper. It came out great, but it melted right here. So the second time, I decided to use my regular cut press that I can set the time and the temperature. So I lowered the temperature and I loosened the pressure. So it came out very, very light, but it still melted, right? So first time the Cricut with just butcher paper came out great, but it melted. Second time around, I used my regular mug press. I loosened the tension for pressure and I lowered the time. So it didn't come out great, but it also melted. So this time around, I said I would go back to the Cricut, but use one of these silicone mats. And it actually worked out really, really well. Now, I am noticing this mat is hot, but I am noticing that it looks like it does have a little bit maybe of the coating of the cup that came off on the mat. But I don't see where that happened on the cup. So not really sure. I do think though I should have used a thinner one. So this is the thickest one and this is the thinner one because it was super, super tight. So probably the thin one would have been enough. But in any event, it definitely worked. So what I would say is that if you order these from JP Plastic, and again, it's the plastic sublimation cups. If you're interested, they are less expensive than the ceramic sublimation cups. So if you in fact do order them, just make sure that you have some type of a silicone mat to wrap around it. And also, even if you notice, the color is not as vibrant as it would be on a shiny mug, but it's more like a matte look. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. It's more like a matte look versus a glossy look. So understand that when you do it, it is going to be more of a matte finish than a glossy finish. But all in all, not so bad, not so bad. So I am pretty pleased because now I know that I can sublimate on these cups. Okay, so again, thanks so much for hanging out with me while I tested this. Guys, I truly appreciate you sharing my content with anyone else that you think is going to be interested in what I do. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification button so that you won't miss any of the new videos that I drop, which are weekly. I did take a break off last week because I had a vendor event and my intent was to take some video footage from that, but it was so crazy and so hectic. I really didn't get a chance to do that. So shame on me. But in any event, I am back. And so until we meet again, be safe. Bye-bye.